Welcome back to another class of how to become system administrator. I'm Manjeet Rawat, your online instructor. Previous class of this playlist, we discussed about how to configure scope in DHCP service. So we successfully created a one DHCP scope and assigned the IP address to the connected devices. Now I'm moving ourselves to the another important topic of DHCP management. So I'm going to help you to understand about how to configure DHCP reservation, and we'll also discuss about the work of DHCP failover. Let me move ourselves to the screen that I can show you the steps that require to set up our DHCP reservation, and that help us to manage our DHCP failover services as well. So let me move ourselves to the screen. But before that, if you're new on my YouTube channel, if you're watching my video first time, please do subscribe, because Teach Me Cloud is a single technical training based YouTube channel that give you 100% live practical based video without skip any step. Alright, so I hope everyone able to see my screen. The first agenda about DHCP reservation. So as per the name suggests, the meaning of reservation, let's take an example. This is our DHCP server. And you know that in the DHCP server, we have already established one scope of IP address. You can say that pool of IP address that is started from maybe 192.168.1.2 to 192.168.1.250. This is the range of our pool, means we are authorized or we are able to assign IP address to 249 different devices according to the IP address that we mentioned in our start and end. Our DHCP server is connected to the centralized device. I'm talking about, this is our mediator, this is our switch, and multiple devices, not only the computer system, multiple other devices are also connected with same switch. This is our SAN storage, this one is our printer, right? Laptop, or you can say that desktop. Multiple machines are connected to our switch. Our responsibility means the DHCP is responsible to assign IP address to each and every network devices which are connected with the same switch, right? Because the DHCP always work with UDP, means it will broadcast the entire space that are available in our pool of IP address, and the all machine will get IP address automatically from the pool. But think about, whenever we assign the IP address with the help of DHCP automatically, so definitely our DHCP will assign the IP address in that dynamic format. Means maybe your IP address will change in next 2 hour, 3 hour, maybe next day or next week, or in each 10 days your IP address will change according to the situation. Definitely if you are using a dynamic IP address, so it will be changed automatically. But think about, if you are using network printer and you also assign the dynamic IP address to the network printer, so which is really difficult for the customer or the employees, they are not able to take printout because the IP address of our DHCP has been changed. So for this particular task, reservation come into the picture, right? So in case of reservation, what you need to do, the prerequisite to reserve IP address to any of the machine, you need to ask user or client, please share your MAC address, right? So with the help of MAC address, we are going to fix one IP address for this specific device. Let me give you real-time example how we can fix the IP address with the help of DHCP reservation service. This is our domain controller, and another is additional domain controller is also available. Both the machines are connected to each other because both the computers are available on same network. So definitely both machines are connected to each other. I have already installed DHCP service on our root domain controller. Let me check. This is our root domain controller. and we should open tools, and in the tools we just need to click on DHCP. It will provide you the information about number of scopes that you have already created. Now we created one scope with name of demo scope, and if we talk about the range of IP address, we just need to click here. It will provide you the information about the IP address pool that you decided. So we already decided 200 to 250, and from 200 to 250 we already excluded 200 to 210, means starting 10 IP address we are not going to assign automatically to any device, because the from 200 to 210 we are going to use for the reservation. Second, ADC machine. Let me open our ADC and identify the IP address that we are getting. IP config. So okay, this is our base machine. Let me open it manually. The IP address, now we are not getting any kind of IP address. We are getting a PIPA IP address 169.254 something. Let me check the status of our virtual machine network. Go to the settings. This is available in bridge, and make sure your domain controller is also available in bridge connection, because we are using a virtual infrastructure. So both machines must be used the same network environment. Anyway, no problem. I'm just going to open ncpa.cpl to identify ncpa.cpl. It will redirect you on the page of Ethernet properties, and okay, I'm just going to make it automatic, right? Our DHCP will assign one IP address to our second computer, means I'm talking about the ADC machine. CMD IP config. We are getting 192.168.1.11, because from 192.168.1.200 to 210 we already excluded to provide the reservation, right? So successfully we are able to get the IP address automatically assigned by the DHCP. This is the IP address that provided by DHCP default gateway about the DNS and preferred DNS, and DHCP server, preferred DNS, and alternate DNS IP address. These IP addresses are basically we configured in our DHCP server. But our agenda, we are trying to configure reservation. So we all okay. So our DHCP server successfully assigned one IP address to our second machine, means ADC. But we are going to reserve the IP address. We are going to fix the IP address for our additional domain controller. So prerequisites are, you just need to open CMD of the device and type get MAC, right? This is the command that helps us to know about the MAC address of your current computer. Just need to copy the detail of MAC address. Go to the domain controller and open DHCP panel. Right click on scope, and okay, not in the scope. We are able to find the option of reservation. Just right click, new reservation, and class reserve. Okay, so you can type any name. I'm going to assign 205 IP address to our additional domain controller. This is the place where we can paste the MAC address that we copied from our destination computer. Click add and close it. Back to the additional domain controller machine and execute the command ipconfig release and then ipconfig renew. ipconfig release and ipconfig renew. Maybe we'll get the IP address that we successfully reserved from our domain controller. From DHCP, it's not mandatory domain controller. Still in progress. Cool. We successfully reserved the IP address of 192.168.1.205. The same IP address we configure in the DHCP panel, in the reservation panel. See, class reserve, we assign the IP address of 192.168.1.205. This is class reserve and activity. I hope everyone able to understand about the concept of DHCP reservation. This is really important for us if you are working as a server administrator or system administrator. It's our responsibility. We should know about the procedure to reserve the IP address to any resource or any devices which are available in the environment. So that's it for today. We'll connect soon and discuss more about the another content. Please do subscribe here on Teach Me Cloud YouTube channel. Take care. Bye bye.